Larry, very good to see you. Today we are talking through 3 ways to reduce your IRMAA from Medicare Part B. If the Social Security Administration considers you a high-income beneficiary, you will pay a surcharge known as the income-related monthly adjustment amount. And so the first tier starts with a modified adjusted gross income of $103,000 if you're single, or $206,000 for married filing jointly. So Larry, let's just start high level. How does IRMAA work? What could cause this penalty?
Well, that causes it's great conversation. In fact, it's interesting in the industry. They call it Aunt Irma come to see you, and it's not a good visit. So, because what happens here is that once your income, as you see from this chart, reaches those numbers, with the normal tax system, if you go over by a dollar, you'll only pay the extra marginal tax on that dollar. Not so with IRMAA. With IRMAA, if you reach that threshold by a dollar, as you see in that first quartile there, you'll pay an extra $69.90 for your Part B. And that goes on, for the rest of that year. And based on your income, of course, it can go up as you see the chart. The one thing is you also notice there, Aaron, is the tax chart here shows tax return for the 2022 adjusted gross income, is that it always is looking in arrears by 2 years.
Oh.
So if you have retired, this is a good thing to understand and know, because there is a form. It's called a SSA 44. So you complete that form if you stop work, and that's what carries you over with withdrawals. If you stop work, then you can go. That's one of the 5 reasons on that form that they'll allow you not to pay an IRMAA.
All right, good to know. So now let's talk through those 3 strategies to reduce your IRMAA. Number 1, Roth conversions. Why is that?
Well, Roth conversion, again, you're going to pay that tax, when you move that money over. So the IRS is enjoying getting that money then. But once you pay that tax, then that bucket's no longer taxable. So, that Roth can then grow tax-free as it's moving on down the line. So that you can blend that after you've had that Roth. If you convert to Roth for a few years, there's a 5-year rule and so forth, but little known rule about that is you can get into some of your contributions, some of your money that you actually Roth over. If need be, you can use some of that money, just none of the gains on that money for that 5-year window. But you can actually use it as an income planning tool to blend an IRA withdrawal and a Roth withdrawal just to meet your income needs.
I see. And then next you suggest you open and invest in a health savings account. And these, Larry, are uniquely triple tax advantaged.
One of my favorite products that's very much underused, as you just used the term, triple tax advantage, is contributions going in is tax deductible, right? I mean, that's unusual. I mean, the Roth you've got to convert is awesome, but you will pay the tax on there. So the contributions tax deductible, the growth tax deductible, withdrawals tax deductible, or tax-free, excuse me. You can't beat that. So that's phenomenal.
Can see why that's so powerful. And then third, you suggest qualified charitable distributions. How do these work?
CARE Act 2.0 changed a lot of things as far as distributions and RMDs. This is one thing they left alone at the age of 70 and a half. At 70 and a half, if you're going to make a charitable contribution to church or any charity, if you take it straight from that IRA, it will, first, it's tax-free. And the other part is, once you hit the 73 for most people now that on their RMD, it will qualify to pay off that RMD or to take the RMD. You can use that to adjust or to satisfy the RMD and go straight there. So a very nice tool to save some tax dollars.
Right. There's a lot of good options, good strategies here, Larry, but a lot of them require some proactive planning. So if somebody wants to talk it through with you, how can they reach you?
They can call our office. That phone number is 615-216-1048, or they can email us at fsawealth.com.
Perfect. All right, Larry, thanks so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Aaron.